It is our first Finance Friday of the year. Sit up straight, Mark. First Ontario's Chief Operating Officer, Mark Perkins, looking ahead to 2025. So thanks very much for joining us. Let's kick things off with a viewer question, their first of the year. So Jennifer from Simcoe asked, would you recommend adding lump sums to pay off a mortgage quicker or investing into TFSA, GIC, etc. instead? What are the pros and cons?
So great question. I love it because it's coming from a place of financial responsibility. So this time of year, some people are sitting on a lump sum of money, whether that's from a year-end bonus or they've taken the actions to put a savings program in place for all of 2024, and now they have that lump sum. So two great options are paying down debt or investing. And I kind of think about two decision criteria. One is, what is the best risk-free return I'm going to get on my money? And the other is, what is going to give me the most positive emotional impact for my decision? So for me, I'm super debt adverse, so attacking debt is my first priority. So when you think of the debt pay down cycle, if you have credit card debt, you're immediately making a 20% plus return if you attack that debt. Then you have unsecured debt, lines of credit, and then mortgage is usually your cheapest source of money, so it's your lowest risk-free return. On the investment side, if you have RRSP contribution room, you're going to get a tax refund. So if we can use an example, you have a $5,000 lump sum, you're in a 30% marginal tax rate, you put that into an RRSP, you're going to get a $1,500 tax refund. So if you immediately turn that $5,000 into $6,500, and you can decide what to do with that lump sum of $1,500 when it comes in at tax time. So back to Jennifer's question, there's pros and cons, and there's some, the TFSA for me is on the emotional side of the ledger, because you want to have your rainy day fund, your emergency fund, and that can give you peace of mind and comfort for being there. And for Jennifer, what's your mortgage rate at? Are you still in the last year or two of a very low rate from 21, early 22? Or have you renewed over the last 18 months where the rate is high, because that is going to your best return. And then obviously if you have RSP contribution room, you want to attack that before the TFSA.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you get that lump sum, then kind of like, I always consider it kind of free money. I know it's not, but then what would you do with that? Other uses for that?
Well, again, you want to take advantage of any free money. Like, you want to make your money go as far as possible. So we've talked about the RRSP. If you have kids, the RESP is a great way to do it. You get 20% government grant, dollar up to $500 on an annual basis. There's other things like defined contribution plans for employer pensions. That always surprises me when people aren't taking advantage of it. So a company may give you 4% to a retirement account, but they will also match, or may also match, 50 cents on the dollar, 100 cents on the dollar for additional savings. That is money you are throwing away if you are not in those programs. And another area that I want to remind people of, and we're talking about free money, is that HST GST rebate is still out there till February 15th. So you want to go to the Government of Canada website, which talks about the list of products and services that apply for that. But if you have that money in hand and you can save that 13 or 15 or percent on buying that up front, you want to prioritize things like that. You want to just stretch your dollars as far as they can go. Okay, good advice on this first Finance Friday of the year. And if you have a viewer question that you would like answered, or a topic you'd like covered, email your questions to financefriday@firstontario.com. And if your question or topic is covered on air, you'll get a gift card from First Ontario.